Hello, welcome. Today the weather was really nice, so I thought we would take the opportunity to go outdoors. So I've come to a woodland, on a woodland walk, and this woodland is set in the grounds of Lytham Hall, which is a Grade 1 listed building. It was actually the ancestral home of the Clifton family, spanning over 4 centuries. So at some point we'll go into the hall and I'll give you a tour around there. But I thought today, while the weather was nice, we'll just stay in the woodland. So they have parkland and woodland, and that is set over 80 acres. So it has 2 ponds, and it also has a cafe and a little garden hub and an animal hub. So I thought today I'll just show you a little snippet of the woodland bit. So here on the right hand side is one of the ponds. It's quite a big pond, so you get lots of different birds, and above in these trees as well you get herons nesting. I didn't see any today, but maybe next time we'll see one. But yeah, it's just a really lovely place to come. And like I say, at some point we'll go into the actual house, because it's super interesting. This here is, I think it's like an old boathouse ruin, and at one point a few years ago they did start to restore it, but I don't know whether they ran out of money or what, but it seems to have come to a halt. This bit of the pond is looking very green. And on the left hand side is a golf course, which isn't part of the hall, but it's nearby. And they are constantly planting new plants and trees. Here on the right hand side is a big bamboo tree, which is pretty impressive. And they have all different kinds of flowers and things in another part, but like I say, today I just thought we'd concentrate on the woodland bit. So this is the other side of the pond, but I didn't really see many ducks today. So then we'll go up here, and it's just a great place to come. This is all open space. It's great if you have dogs, popular for dog walkers as well. And then this just takes you around. There's all different paths that you can follow. You can quite easily get lost, especially with my sense of direction. But there's all different paths that you can take. I think they pretty much lead you back to the hall. But it's just a really impressive place. And I think recently they planted some giant redwood trees, and they are very well looked after, the grounds and the woodland bit. Around this area we have seen bunny rabbits and all different kinds of wildlife. If you love outdoors like I do, I just adore being outdoors in nature and wildlife, and I think there's something really comforting about being in the countryside or in a woodland area. I think it's just great for your mental health to just get out and just explore, see what's around. So this path here does just take you around in kind of a circle, so you do kind of end up back at the hall. And we come here regularly. They do have like events and things, like at Halloween time they have like a trail through this woodland, and they have people in like costumes that are like chasing you through the woods. We've done it once and it was it terrified me, so I haven't done it since. But yeah, they regularly hold events and things like that. But this is one of like the main paths. This tree here is really impressive. I love how it's all different, like bendy shaped. And there's probably a better term for that, but I just call it a bendy shape. And this is like one of the main paths that takes you round to the hall. And then on the right hand side there's little off paths that just takes you back into like the woodland area as well. And I think down here they have blackberry bushes, so in summer I quite often will come and pick blackberries and bake with them, which is also really nice when you've sort of foraged ingredients. So this path here on the right hand side will take you back into the main, sort of the middle of the woodland area, but we'll keep on this path. And eventually you come to like the main hall. There are like farms as well surrounding this area, so on the left hand side is like farmland, so quite often you'll see like horses or sheep around here as well in these fields. And I think this tree on the left hand side ahead, I'm sure it's an oak tree, but it looks like it's been there hundreds of years. I think it's an oak tree. I'm not very clued up on trees, but it's pretty impressive. And then also on the left here, just down the bank, there's like a little stream that runs through as well. I love that tree, it's pretty impressive. It just looks so old. So here is just one of the main woodland area. This tree here on the left, on the right hand side looks a really old tree as well. So this will take you down to sort of the garden area of the hall. Like I said, there's loads of different paths that you can take, and they just pretty much lead you to different areas, but more central areas. And the sun looks beautiful, just shimmering through the treetops as well. So down here is on the right hand side, you've got like a sort of a green area, would you say, with different plants and things. I don't think you can easily walk through there, so I stuck to the path. But it just looks so beautiful, all these leaves and buds that are coming through now that the weather's getting warmer. So I thought we'd just carry on down here. This is like really open, but I've got to be careful where I stand because there's loads of nettles and things. But down here is like the back of the sort of garden area of the hall. But I just love it round it, all these like old logs and things that wildlife can live under and in, and these down here, all these nettles. So then when you get back onto the path up here, we'll sort of walk around the garden area, which is just on the right hand side. So yeah, on the right hand side here is the garden area of Lytham Hall. So in here they grow all different kinds of flowers, and they have a monkey tree as well, which when we do the haul and things, we'll do more of the garden area, because it is really beautiful, especially in summer. And they also have like a mound as well, that you can go up, that gives you like a bird's eye view of Lytham Hall. This path here will take us round up to the second pond that they have, and on the second pond you can actually get a fishing permit, and you can actually fish there. Quite often you see people, they have a few like not jetties, but like little stands where you can sit and fish. I'm not really sure what kind of fish they have in the pond, but I just know it's really popular for people who enjoy fishing. So we'll just keep following this path up here, and then we will get to the pond, and I'll show you all around the pond. I have to be careful where I film around there, because it does have houses close by that overlook the grounds that are obviously private residential houses, so I have to be a bit careful where I am filming. But yeah, I'll show you as much as I can do. All this ivy up the trees as well always looks really pretty. Looks like something out of a fairy tale. So this is the second pond. I mean, is it a pond or is it a lake? Because it seems a bit too big to be called a pond, but I always just call it a pond. So this is where you can fish. All this ivy, and it's just so beautiful. But yeah, around here, on the left hand side, there are private residential houses, and their back gardens are like open, so obviously I have to be careful around here not to get people's houses in shot. But this pond, you do see herons on this pond as well. I don't think they nest around here, but you certainly do see them around here, probably fishing themselves. But like I say, I'm not really sure what kind of fish you would get in this kind of pond. So as you can see here, like the houses that are close by, I bet it's really nice to live in a house where this is your view from your window. So this kind of leads you all the way around the pond, and then you can take another path that kind of leads you back to the car park, but it's a different part of Woodland that's really nice, and it's got a stream, but quite often the stream is it's more muddy than a stream, so I didn't really take video of that because there wasn't really much it wasn't really a nice stream to show you. But around here near the stream we've seen like frogs and things at certain times of year. And I think this is another place where they have the blackberry bushes as well. And then this path, if you go straight ahead, it will take you to Lytham Hall's Cafe and the Garden Hub, and also they have an animal hub. The Garden Hub, I think they grow a lot of herbs and fruit, but I don't. It's a real shame because you can't seem to buy the herbs and the fruit that they grow, but they use the ingredients that they do grow in the cafe, so in recipes and things that they make, which I suppose is a good thing. But you can buy, they do sell plants and like garden ornaments and things like that. They have a really good selection. They're not like the cheapest, but I suppose when you're buying from places like this, you expect to pay a bit more than you would in a garden centre. And they also have just near the cafe, they have like a little book section where it's like people donate second-hand books, and you can just put a donation and take the book, which is a good idea. And then the animal hub, it's not a big animal hub. I think they've got like a few guinea pigs and a rabbit and a couple of pigs and goats, but it's all free, that kind of stuff. The only thing you pay for is to go inside the hall. And also they do afternoon tea as well, and at Christmas time they will have to bring you actually at Christmas time because it is spectacular. They decorate the whole hall in Christmas decorations, but it is absolutely magical. We've done it a few times and it is really, really magical. These bluebells here, oh my gosh, they look pretty. Wow, they do look really pretty. But yeah, the stream is kind of just down here on the left hand side, but like I said, I didn't really take video of that because it wasn't really interesting today. It was quite muddy. So this part of the woodland, this would lead you back to the car park, and also they have a separate building in the grounds, which used to, I can't really remember the name. I think it's like the Dovecote or something. And when it was a house, obviously back in the time when the family lived there, I think that's where they used to keep like doves and things. I'm not entirely sure of that, but recently they turned it into a pet sort of cemetery kind of thing where you can pay, and obviously when your pet passes away you can keep their remains in this place. And that's something recent that they have done. They did have a antique shop, but that closed down I think earlier. It was either earlier this year or later last year, and that I believe is now an ice cream parlour, which is really nice, again especially in summertime. You can also get married here as well, and they do quite a few events throughout the year as well. So yeah, this is just heading back to one of the main car parks. This is like a little bridge that obviously is above the stream, but it's not really a stream. This building here on the right, straight ahead, is the pet cemetery. So this is close to one of the main car parks. This was I think, is it a crow or something? It was really big. It was a big crow. I'm not sure if it was a crow or a raven, but it was pecking at seed. I'm not really sure what that bit is. It's been like that for quite some years. I'm not sure if that's like a storage bit that they use. And then all this is just like a smaller woodland area as you're heading back. They have two car parks. One is right next to the hall, but this one is more obviously in the woodland area. But it's just stunning. If you ever get the chance to visit, I would highly recommend it. It is a very, very stunning place. Just come. Even if you don't go inside the hall, the grounds are free to just walk around. If you've got dogs or children even, it's a really great place. It's just a big open space to explore. I really hope you enjoyed having a walk with me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.